Okay, review show, week number 5. Here we go. Let's get cracking. First up, Dogs Bollocks. Not much cop. 100.3 points, but good enough for 11th best of the week. Unfortunately, I was facing off against two guys who got 4th best and 5th best. So that was Larry, Underdogs. Okay, Larry, you did kick my ass. There you go. You had Bradshaw, Foster, Bush, and Gonzalez all laid the boots into me. So you kicked my ass. Well done. 145 points. Good play. PC, the other guy I had a little go at maybe in the preview show. I thought I would be able to handle you. I guess that wasn't the case. You took care of me. The 50% has got 40 points, and you got a good chip in from Owen Daniels. And as for Rob having to go at Meacham and Manningham, that was his decision, not mine. Okay, you didn't have to set those boys on me, but they kicked in and performed well. So 143 points, good enough for 5th best in the week. Moving on to Bing. Bing had 150 points, best for 3rd best in the week. Good score, Rob. Unfortunately, he was faced up against Matt Punchout, who had 161 points, which is good enough for 2nd best of the week. And Bing had some good play from Reggie Wayne, Marcus Coulson and Jamal Charles. They chipped in over half of his points, those 3 players. The rest of his squad was a little bit blah, but it was still a steady performance, good points, 150 points. Punch Out though was just that little bit more. Breeze, Rivers, Gore, McCoy, all of those performed well. Harvin and the Panthers defence, so it was a good week all around. Well played, Matt. His second opponent for that week was Tenacious T. Unfortunately, Chris did not have a good performance. He had enough for 100.1. That's the 12th worst score of the week. And Julio Jones had a great performance. Oh, not Julio. It was James Jones for the 2nd week running. Great performance. Excellent, well done. But the rest of the team was pretty flat. And I still think we need to step up a little bit there if you're going to see any improvement. But never more. But he could have played the Pittsburgh's defense, which had 17 more points. Wouldn't have helped him this week, but would have definitely improved his score. Next guy up, G.I. Joe. Yet again, Joe's got the highest score this week. He's putting some good scores together this week. 168 points, best score of the week. He had Devery Henderson on the bench that could have scored him an extra 22 points. So he could have got even more points. Alex Smith, Matt Ryan, great performances. Welker and Crabtree, well done. And how about Den Bears? Oh my God, that's nearly 40 points again. That's outrageous. So 2 wins for Joe, well done. He was playing Punch Out, which was awesome because again Punch Out had a great week, 161 points, so it was the 1st versus 2nd again. That's the 2nd time that's been happening, so excellent performance and unlucky for Matt, but G.I. Joe did enough to win the game. His other opponent was Thunder Buddies with 122 points. That was good enough for 7th best of the week. Great pickup of Seattle's defense, and Marshall, Crabtree and Vernon Davis all had good performances. Chris Johnson shit the bed again, I'm sorry to say. So he's had that one good week and everything else has been bleh. But Mendenhall was sitting on the bench room and he got 17 points. So maybe he's got a ready replacement to sit in there. So we'll see what happens going forward. French Army's next up, 119 point. Good enough for 8th best of the week. He was playing Haggis, who got 131 points. Steady play. But Ryan Matthews and Demetrius Thomas had excellent weeks. And the Ravens defence performed very well. So he got 131 points, and that's enough for the win, and that's all he counts at the end of the day. He played Scorpions as well, who did not have a good week. They had 113 points, which was good enough for 9th best score of the week. And it was a week to forget, pretty much similar to mine, a week to forget. Peyton Manning was good, Fitzpatrick was horrible, Ridley was good, and the law firm was a nightmare, and everybody else was pretty blah. So I'm sure Nick's going to have better weeks coming up. And he'll be looking forward to that. Next games, Nash's Titan, Curtis. The name change has taken effect. Maybe that was a little bit affected the performances this week. But 112 points, that's the 10th best score of the week. But he did have a nail-biting finish with Scorpions, who'd ended up with 113. This came down to the last minute, last player. Houston's defense getting an interception. And it was the squeak of the week, like I said. It came down to that last play. For Nash's Titan, Cruz and the 49ers defense played excellent again. Everybody else was pretty average and poor quarterback play. And not the only people this week. There was a poor quarterback play for a few guys this week. But he did have Randall Cobb on the bench, which is 20 points that he left behind, and that could have made a lot of difference. So you never know, change the lineup could do the job. His other matchup that week was Thunder Buddies with 122 points. So that was good going, and Demetrius Thomas played well, and like I said, Mendenhall was on the bench for him, so he could have got it even more. But that's finally broke the schneid for Thunder Buddies. He's now off the donut, so that's good for him. Chris, other game was against Underdog, and Chris was killed by running backs. As I mentioned before, Bradshaw, Foster and Bush for Larry were very good this week, and they'd almost beat him one up by themselves, so any other performances just chipped in and put the boots to him. The final game, Pork Chops versus Haggis. Haggis had the lead in this going into the last night's game, but Pork Chops had great performances from a few players, particularly Ode Daniels, and he did enough to just turn it around, and in the end he won comfortably by about 12 points, so very well played. So that ends this week's performances, and we'll be looking forward to next week's. Alright, good luck.